This is Lagoon Radio.
Yes, sir. Good morning and welcome to the program. Newspaper review this morning on Friday, the 24th day of June 2022. I am Anosike Chimezi. I am not alone in the studio. I have my colleague with me in the studio, Olumakaiye. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning, Chimeze. Good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to Newspaper Review on Lagoon Radio.
Yes, you're welcome. Remember, you can download the app on Google Play Store and Apple Store. You can also follow us on our social media platforms on Facebook, Lagoonradio.Ng, Twitter and Instagram, Lagoonradio.Ng. If you're joining us for the first time and you are wondering why the program is coming by 10:30, yes, it's a Friday edition. It comes every 10:30, but Monday to Thursday, 9:30 a.m. No need to waste time because the time is already wasted. Our first point of call, the Punch newspaper, and on the pictorial story, we saw drama as lawyer wears native doctor attire to Supreme Court. Yes, a human.
I like that.
Yes, it's about the hijab ruling. A human rights lawyer, he wore a native attire to the court. In the interview, he said he's in a protest of the judgment, and he mentioned a section of the Constitution, either section 38 of the Constitution, where since the Supreme Court have pronounced that students can wear hijab in public schools, so it has given us the right to express our own everywhere, even in public places. So that's why, and he said that his kids may wear their native attire to school too. So,
See, if you ask me, I think he's right because he's like, okay, if you think you want all of us to be mad in Nigeria, be okay, let's be all mad now.
Freedom of expression.
Freedom of expression, no problem. If Muslims are saying okay, they can be using the hijab wherever, at work, schools, everywhere. Every other person too can easily express their belief or whatsoever they believe.
And remember, this thing has been causing chaos in Kwara State. Some schools owned by the church, there have been this crisis wearing of hijab in the schools. And I like this. Let's see how it will turn out to be. And about last 2 months or 3 months ago, the IG of police also ruled that ladies in the police can also wear hijab on the uniform.
Okay.
So
no problem. So every other person, Christians, traditionalists, they can also express their own religion. How they
so what this entails that if you're working in a corporate organization, you can wear your native attire.
Yes.
To the.
That's it.
Okay. On the next story again, aggrieved National Assembly members plan showdown with governors over lost tickets. It's hotting up. I believe 2023 can be a new turn in our governance. That's on page 2 of the Punch, and it continues. Senators who lost tickets to governors, 8 plan for governorship. National Assembly battles. Abiodun Fayemi Okowa's 8 triumph in Ogun, Delta, Ekiti. Amosun's men lose out. Zamfara reps clinch PDP tickets after dumping APC. Accused ruling party of cheating. That's the same thing we are talking about. Okay, Southern leaders didn't agree on zone to produce president. Okowa, that's page 18 of the Punch newspaper. Wike meets Rev'd. PDP senators, page 18, is like the new consultation house, is the River State Governor's Lodge. Everyone is...
Peter Obi was there, right?
Yeah, Peter Obi was there. The former aspirant Bauchi governor was there. Rev'd has gone. Opposition, some members of the opposition went there yesterday. Wike is becoming a force in Nigerian politics. Alleged organ trafficking. Ekweremadu wife risk long jail term. Page 18 of the Punch newspaper. If you missed the story, yes, Senator Ike Ekweremadu and his wife was arrested in UK yesterday for alleged human organ trafficking. That case has been adjourned to July 7th. We'll follow it judiciously and make sure that we don't miss out on it. You, our listener, you don't miss out on it. How three S-Bank workers planned with hackers to steal 20 billion naira. Witness, page 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper. Gunmen kidnap Ebonyi monarch. Nasarawa DPO, Ekiti, retire. Okay. Gunmen kidnap Ebonyi monarch. Nasarawa DPO, Ekiti retiree, 7 travelers. Page 4 and 6 of the Punch newspaper. Forget about worker salaries if petrol subsidy continues.
Okay.
Oil suppliers.
The small thing is
Page
Nigeria.
9. Poly lecturers meet July 3rd. May resume strike. Okay. It is time for your strike. Oh. Page 8. We are not aware Amotekun arrested or massacre masterminds. Monarch Khan is taking another twist. Like he said yesterday. Page 8 of the Punch newspaper. Noodles truck crushes police, Lagos police, traffic warden to death. Page 4 of the Punch newspaper. And still on the Punch newspaper, FG saves 10.2 trillion naira via TSA, IPPIS uncovers 70,000 ghost workers. Ghost workers when they finish in Nigeria.
They finish.
Every administration they uncover ghost workers. While a lot of people are there jobless.
We have ghost workers too.
There are a lot of them. A lot of them. We have. Even if you go to some of the states, let me not mention. Some people are working with four people are working with one WAEC result. And all of them are not going to work. They are just in the ministry collecting salary. If you go there, the ministries are abandoned, but people are receiving salaries. 5G networks may interfere with aircraft's landing. IATA. Page 20. Marketers notify FG on planned fuel price hike. You see that thing we are talking about. Queues persist. Page 19 of the Punch newspaper. For more stories, grab a copy of the Punch newspaper.
Yes, I have Know the Truth newspaper. That is This Nigeria. And on the front page, I have it here, the organ trafficking mess. Ekweremadu wife face criminal charges to remain in UK custody for 14 days. Accused of planning to replace ailing daughter's kidney with that of 15-year-old boy. Denied trafficking anyone for organ transplants. All the stories, you get it on page 4. It's it's so sudden that this is happening to those people. You know, this is not the first time of hearing of people having the issue of kidney problem, and also people are even saying that instead of going about it in this way, they can easily put it on the social media that they need a donor, and you see a lot of people that even come out that will be ready to, in fact, to sacrifice their kidney.
That's what we are saying. You know, there are different turns to this. You know, one, it is alleged that the boy is 21.
21, yes.
But according to the stories, when he got there, they asked him, he said he's 15. You understand? Now, can a 15-year-old boy, even a 21-year-old boy, can he live after donating a kidney?
A kidney? That is a question.
If that's, I choose my words carefully, because it might be an agreement. And you will ask,
with who?
With the family.
With the family, okay. The family is not even coming out to say anything.
This is where journalism has failed in Nigeria. By now, we should have gotten
exactly.
At least know who this boy is, know who his parents are. Because we heard he's just a random boy they picked on the street, according to the stories. We are trying to be careful because we've not gotten the real truth about the story.
Yes.
We wait for July. And now, like you said, there are maybe as due to his rank in our society, he feels that he can get we do everything and get so he
gets
feels
away
that,
with it.
Yes, he feels like maybe this that, and if this thing had gone on social media and maybe they are thinking about also the security of the lady, their daughter.
The daughter, okay.
You understand? Maybe what becomes of her after this?
After what?
That is it. You know, a lot of things are. But the whole thing is just that they should have looked for a donor. And on the second part, this is where the failure of the government comes in. Because you can do all these things in Nigeria. If this man has been a deputy Senate president, he has been in the Senate for almost 16 years or more than 16 years. And there is no functional hospital in his local or in his state.
And you have to travel down to the
UK. This is where maybe he should have done in Enugu, do everything. Nobody,
Lagos.
Lagos, yeah. This is part of the failure of the government we've been talking about. That is it. We hope that maybe let's wait till July 7th and see what comes out of it. Because according to the story, he risks life imprisonment.
Imprisonment, yes. You get a story. You can't compare UK to Nigeria now. It's not possible.
It's not possible because they will. Why they adjourned that case within this period? They would have done the whole investigation. Don't be surprised that maybe UK consulates have sent someone
to
the boys' home to make inquiries and see if there was an agreement.
Hey, yeah, the story is on page 4 of this Nigerian newspaper, and Rev'd query NNPC's payment of $50 million for integrity tests on refineries. You get the story on page 15 of this Nigerian newspaper. And Osun Guba election, just win, APC chair Adamu charges campaign cancel. You get the story on page 13. Amotekun arrests suspected perpetrators of Owo Church attack. You get a story on page 14 of this Nigerian newspaper. And on the Victoria News, you see the Supreme Court Justice vacate courtroom after a lawyer appeared in native doctor's apparel in Abuja. Okay, the name of the lawyer is Malcolm Omiel.
Niger Delta is from South.
Some
He's
people
a
get
human
mad.
rights lawyer.
Oh, hey,
He's a human
I
rights.
like him. That's nice. Okay, strike. Change your approach. Varsities registrars tell ASU, Sanu, others. NLC wades into rivalry among varsities unions. You get a story on page 5. Just grab a copy of this Nigerian newspaper and read through.
Okay, I have with me the authority newspaper and the story again. Why Ekweremadus are after the kidney of a minor. Nigerians call for probe of medical tourism of political leaders. I've been saying it. Attribute several kidnappings to possible organ harvest. Thank God. This case will bring up a lot of stories. If we are being diligent, if we follow it through, you will see that a lot of kidnappings are associated with all this. Okay. So, I am not a placeholder. Tinubu's running mate, Masari, says, page 6 of the authority. Our massacre, Amotekun arrests suspected masterminds of attack, page 20. Digital innovation skills key to engineering practice, says NSE, page 9. Ruben Muoka, now NCC's Director, Public Affairs, page 10 of the authority. And on the pictorial story, we see President Muhammadu Buhari inspecting documents, pictures, items kept in the Kigali Genocide Memorial. That was on Thursday. For your information, President Buhari is in far away Rwanda, attending a summit. Drama as lawyer appears in Supreme Court dressed in traditional worshippers' regalia. Osun Guba, we must win at any cost. Adamu, tax campaign cancel. Page 5. IPOB, Buhari meets UK Prime Minister, pledges fair hearing for Kano. Page 8. And the last but not the least, Rev'd query NNPC Technomont over $49 million contracts. There you will see that on page 15 of the authority newspaper. Grab a copy of the authority now.
Yes, I have the Nigerian Pilot here, and the front page is the story of Ekweremadu in jail. You get all the stories on page 8. Just turn to page 8 of the Nigerian Pilot. You'll see the news there. And Oshunguba, do anything doable to win Adamu charge to win Adamu charges APC campaign committee. Do anything doable. What does that mean? Yeah, you get
Win at all costs.
At all costs, okay? It's a do or die affair. That is just the meaning.
Yes.
Yeah. You get a story on page 6 of the Nigerian Pilot. And 6 persons feared dead in another Bayelsa boat mishap. You get a story on page 7. And Buhari to British Prime Minister. I want to dare third term. The person who tried it failed. Get it on page 7. Who tried it?
That's not good, yeah. Forget.
Who is it referring to?
He's referring directly to President Obasanjo, former President Obasanjo.
Wahala be like my simple. These people too, they get wahala. Don't be smarty. Okay, you get a story on page 7. And gunmen kidnap a DPO in Nasarawa State. You get a story.
DPO.
DPO, gunmen. Thank God, they did not even say unknown gunmen.
Gunmen.
Gunmen. Gunmen kidnap DPO in Nasarawa State. You get a story on page 5. Ibori Idragon, manager absent as Dalton's welcome Okowa. You got a story on page 5. And the federal government says government has saved 10 trillion naira in TSA operations. You get a story on page 6 of the Nigerian Pilots. And the NDLEA arrests 218 drug suspects in Imo State. You get that on page 5. And Rev'd's query process of awarding $50 million contracts for refineries integrity test by NNPC. You get a story on page 8. Federal government promises upward review of salaries for civil servants. You get a story on page 7 of the Nigerian Pilot newspaper. Just grab a copy and read through the newspaper with conscience.
Okay, the Nigerian Tribune. Yes, also in fact,
that's a trending story.
Yes, the headlines are very, very similar, and even the Victoria story, the lawyer that appeared in court. And okay, Nigerian Tribune said, lawyer appears in Supreme Court in Olokun priest regalia, says his kids will do same in school. Next week will be very, very interesting.
It will be.
Okay, on the list story, alleged organ harvesting, how Ekweremadu wife landed in UK court. Case involves boy 15 brought into UK from Lagos. Ekweremadu wife denied human trafficking exploitation allegations, denied bail. Case resumes July 7. Documents in circulation shows Ekweremadu informed UK High Commission about daughter's kidney donor. All that and more on page 5 of the Nigerian Tribune. Real reason Wike is angry. If you want to know, page 19 of the Nigerian Tribune. Defections, what Adamu promised aggrieved APC lawmakers. Page 19 of the Tribune. Women body confers posthumous award on HID Awolowo. Page 2. I've been saying it. Nobody should confer posthumous award on me when I die. You should know what I deserve. Give me when I'm alive.
When you are still alive.
I hate
Celebrate me.
Celebrate me when I'm alive.
When I did alive.
I hate that idea of posthumous. Well, some people may like it, but
it doesn't make sense.
I don't like it. Somebody told me it's for remembrance.
Which remembrance?
Remember me now. I'm alive. I need Atiku Okowa ticket will wrest power from APC. Delta Governor, page 19. Politicians dividing Nigeria along religious lines. Impotent. Okay, along religious lines, impotent. Sultan, page 29. Supreme Court justices protest later. PDP accuses APC of plot to emasculate judiciary, page 5. And fuel scarcity, NNPC should address profiteering of private depots. Ipman, okay, page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune. And also suspected killers of our worshippers arrested. Ondo Amotekun says, we are not aware of any arrest, police. We said it yesterday. 1 month after, importers pick holes in customs, VIN valuation, label policy selective, threatening to sue Rev'd. That's all on the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Grab a copy and read through.
Okay, let me quickly read through the new Telegraph newspaper, and on the front page is how Sonia's kidney problem landed a Kurumando wife in UK court. The story is on page 5 of the new Telegraph newspaper. And Dambata, 5G deployment may face resistance in Nigeria. The story is on the front page, and the continuation on page 4. Naira falls to 611 naira per dollar at parallel markets. You get a story on page 25. It's gradually going to 1,000 naira.
It will.
Yay!
It will.
Now we did. Yeah, you get a story on page 25. Anyway, so why INEC should prosecute vote buying suspect by Falano. You get a story on page 4. Drama as lawyer dressed as traditionalists appear in the Supreme Court. You get a story on page 3. And NNPC to deport owners, sell-fuel at approved price or be blacklisted. You get a story on page 4 of the New Telegraph newspaper. And CBN approves 385 billion naira for real sector to boost GDP. On page 17 and 18 respectively. Nasarawa government kidnap divisional police officer, demand 5 million ransom. You get the story on page 6 of the New Telegraph newspaper. And the study links air pollution to brain development risk. You want to know more about it? Check page 26 of the New Telegraph newspaper. And the rising insecurity in Nigeria. Protect people of Southeast. Reps tell federal government. You get a story on page 3, page 5, and on page 29. Just grab a copy of the New Telegraph newspaper and read through.
Okay, and that's the much we can take on today's edition of the newspaper review. Join us again on Monday by 9:30 a.m. as we bring you the latest in the news house on Lagoon Radio. From all of us at Lagoon Radio, do have a pleasant weekend, and also make sure you enjoy your day to the fullest. We are out.